Gilliam, long time no see.
Syrene, it's been a while. You look great.
Likewise, Gilliam.
Heh. What is it, Syrene? Is there something on my face?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. You're still one of the best-looking men in Freelia's army.
You know I hate when you tease me. What is this smile about? You're making me very nervous.
You were with me on my first mission as one of Freelia's Pegasus Knight Elite. Do you remember?
Was I really? I hardly remember.
I have a tough time picturing the famous Syrene as her green recruit.
That really was a long time ago.
Oh, really? What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Just that you've always been one of Freelia's finest warriors.
Gilliam, this mission matters more to me than the first mission did.
I understand. Much more hangs in the balance if we fail.
We won't fail. I won't allow it.
Don't be a hero.
Thanks, Gilliam. I'm grateful that you're here with me. Gilliam, how are you doing?
Everything's fine for now, but... Syrene, you look pale. Are you feeling unwell?
I'm fine, Gilliam. Don't worry about me.
Syrene, people come to you when they need advice, right?
Yes, they do. Why do you ask? Don't tell me you need some advice from me.
Yeah, can we talk?
Oh, well, of course. People come to talk to me too. Must be the wisdom of age or something. But I don't know what to say. What do you do if you have no advice to give? That happens all the time, but I've learned something. People feel better as soon as they let it out. They just want you to listen. We're fighting a war. It's only natural that people get scared and need comfort.
Do you get scared?
Gilliam, is that all just an attempt to probe me for my problems?
Oh,
Don't worry. If I have ever any problems, I'll be sure to come to you.
I'm always here.
Thanks, Gilliam. Gilliam, I'll be right there.
Syrene, don't be a hero.
Gilliam, you're always telling me to be cheerful.
You know, full well I'd watch over everyone. It's what I do.
But you're the one who always watches over me.
Syrene,
you know why I stay close to you? Just to hear you say that.
Gilliam, is that all you want to hear me say?
What do you...
Syrene, when this war is over, let's get married.
Gilliam!
Don't answer now. When this war is over, when we get back to Freelia. Wait until then, will you? Wait until then to tell me.
Gilliam, you needn't wait that long. You already know my answer.
But if that's what you want, Gilliam, then yes.
I will wait until this war is over before I give you my answer. Gilliam, good luck.
Syrene, good luck to you.
Father Moulder, you look tired. We've been asking so much of you lately.
Don't worry about me. I'd rather more worried about you, Syrene. You had only just been transferred to this unit when we left Freelia. I'd imagine it must be odd not having any familiar faces around.
I've already learned everyone's name and field of specialization. Don't worry about me.
Impressive, you've been paying attention.
To beat your enemy, know your allies. Without knowing the skills of your own men, you can never win a war. I don't want to die just because I didn't know what to expect from my troops.
I was worried about how well you were integrating into our group.
You seem to have matters well in hand, though. I am proud of you, Syrene.
If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me any time.
Thank you, Father Moulder. I do appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Syrene, you said that you'd already learned everything about our little band. Did anyone in Freelia go over the details with you before you left?
No, Father. Things were rather hectic in Freelia before we left, as you know. Everything I've learned on the job, so to speak. People confide in me, and I learn by observation.
Interesting. So even though you're new, they know they can confide in you?
Yes, the ladies seem most comfortable speaking to me.
I understand. Even a man of the cloth is still, at heart, a man.
It must reassure them to know that there is another woman to whom they can speak. There are many women among us.
If I cannot be a father to them, please, care for them as a mother.
With all respect, Father, I refuse to minister to their needs as a mother would. I am still young and unworthy. I prefer to speak to them as a sister.
Ha ha ha! Yes, of course. Please excuse me. Help them, then, as a sister would.
Yes, Father. Now may I have a word with you, as their sister?
I beg your pardon? Me? What? Has someone complained about me? Well, I'll let you know the day after the next new moon. Must I wait until then? Is it so terrible that I needs must prepare myself for the news? Rest easy, Father. It's only a suggestion, not criticism. What could it be? Okay, and with that, we are done with all the supports in this playthrough. Now, this is not a very long video, I do understand that, but keep in mind I only got one new character in the last 3 chapters, and that character was the last character in the game, so I didn't exactly have much left to work with, as you could plainly see. So, yeah, that's pretty much why this video is going to be short, and because this video is short, I'll try to add some slight discussion on the whole support system, I guess, to kind of close this video out. But, yeah, every character only gets 5 supports through playthrough, which means you can really only get 1 A support with each character. And even then, it kind of depends on, like, how many characters you get. And in terms of what I was going for, I was mainly thinking about support endings, where basically if you get 2 characters up to an A support, they could have a potential ending. Now, not all A supports do this, obviously. There's going to be a lot that I did get that won't have a support ending, for example. But I tried to do the best that I could with what I had. Unfortunately, I don't think there's actually a way for every character to get a support ending. In fact, for some characters, it's impossible to get a support ending. Characters like Noel, Rennick, and Moulder, they don't even get support endings, so I kind of had to just, I guess, work with it and see what I could do. I had to take away one of Duezel's support endings, so basically Amelia could have one with another character. I had to take away one of Tethy's endings just so I could have Marissa to have an ending, so it was kind of weird how I had to do that, but again, I don't know if there is a way to actually get it the max amount of endings possible. I really don't know. If there is, I couldn't really figure it out. I suppose if I looked really deep into the system, I probably could have figured something out, but as far as the pairings I wanted to make and the available pairings after that, I suppose this had to do for what it was worth, so that's kind of what I pretty much went with in the context of this playthrough. Now, as I've said before, there are a lot of really great supports out there. I think one of the best things about Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, as well as Fire Emblem 7, the game that preceded this, not in terms of story, obviously, but the first Fire Emblem game that came out in America, one of the strong points of these 2 games, I think, is the character backstories and how they interact with other characters. I think it's really cool. Obviously, there were some supports that didn't really make a lot of sense. Like, I didn't exactly like the ending to Rennick and Tethy's supports, and there were a few other supports that just kind of had weird endings here and there. And there were some supports that you guys didn't even get to see the endings to because they had to cut them off early at the B, so that's just the way it goes. I will always be linking the full support list in the video description so you guys can actually take a look of all the other supports that are available in these games. I actually don't remember if I did that for all the videos. I'll try to backtrack and make sure I did. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. I do appreciate you guys listening to these or watching these if you wanted to. And I hope that you got interested in actually reading some of the supports or seeing some of the supports yourself, because there is a treasure trove of knowledge on the characters in this game, especially with backstories and a lot of other stuff. I kind of talked about the Amelia and Duezel storyline, which I thought was pretty cool. There's definitely some other hidden gems there. I like all the supports between the trainee units. So Amelia, Ross, and Ewan, they have some neat conversations, and even with each other as well. I kind of like how every ending with them, when they're matched with another one of the others, they kind of talk about going on a trip together and then kind of training forever, and it's just really, really cool how that works out. But there is something that I would like to impart to you guys if you ever want to see all the supports yourself. There is actually a way you can fully complete your support index, because in your game, the game actually keeps track of all the supports you've gotten.
and it has a little percentage, so it can tell you like how many supports you've gotten. I don't remember if it actually shows you this at the end of the game, like after you beat it, or you actually have it during the game. I don't really know for sure, but it's a really cool tool to actually use if you want to get them all. And I actually did get them all in my actual cartridge of the game. This is obviously not my cartridge because I didn't want to restart all of my progress that I had on my cartridge. But basically, the way you can easily get all the supports in a game is using the Tower of Volney and the Lagdow Ruins, because basically, because of the nature of those endurance tests, you can actually get like a full supported character done in 3 floors. So what you need to do is, if you want to complete a certain character's supports, all you have to do is save your game, and then, you know, on each floor of Tower of Volney or Lagdow Ruins, get a support, and then at the 3rd floor you'll have a complete support for that character. And then if you turn off your game and not save, you actually keep all of the information on your cartridge, and then you can just start back where the save file was and then start with another character and get all of those supports. So it's a really cool way to, again, learn all of the backstory for one character. Just kind of work with one character at a time, see all their backstories. Obviously, on the support page, you'll be able to see who that unit can support with, so it's not like you'll be doing that in the dark or anything like that. But again, it's a really cool way to get all the supports, and a really quick way, too. What makes it even faster is if you work on like 4 characters at a time, because you can usually take 8 units with you on each Tower of Volney floor. So you just take 8 units with you, and that means basically 4 support conversations per floor. So that's basically how you can do that really quickly, get all the supports, and complete your cartridge, I guess, if that's something that floats your boat. But yeah, that's pretty much all the knowledge I have to give you guys. So I hope this has been a very supportive guide for you guys if you want to grind for all the supports. And every video from here on out is going to be in dedication to the end game of Sacred Stones and the post game of Sacred Stones. So thank you all for being supportive of these little support conversation videos. I think this was honestly the best way to actually cover all the supports, so I didn't actually have to show them off on camera and then waste more video time just trying to get through the entire game. Because if I did this the way I was initially planning to, that could have easily added like 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 10 videos extra to the project, and I did not want that to happen. Okay, maybe not that many, but again, it was a lot of extra content and a lot of time was spent on these, and I didn't want to take away from the actual videos if I did that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Later, folks.